Good morning, Grand Rising. Before I finish working, doing what I got to do for me, I'm gonna briefly come and give you some more information about what came to me last night about Mariah Carey and these other older celebrity artists in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and on up, 70s, 80s, whether they celebrities, singers, rappers, actors, politicians, preachers, they have already undercover took the oath. Male and female Mason, Eastern Star and Mason, Eastern Star the female, Jack and Jill, all these organization talk show hosts, they done all bowed down to the Baphomet and sold they goddamn it soul. Anybody you see tied to these agencies that have become a superstar. Somebody put my cash up in here, hit my cash up, make it clap. Anybody that you see with fame and fortune in that industry has taken the oath. Now it's time for out with the old and in with the new. The way Mariah Carey mother was explaining it to me, it makes a lot more sense to me. So I'm going to try to you all so that you will know. And she also, I told you, the Lions Gate is still open, but you have Stargates open. Many of them from the north, the south, the east, the west, in space, in the Middle Earth realm where we are, and underneath it, there's a war going on. A lot of extraterrestrials, demonic parts of bloodline, extraterrestrials and demons, as well as angels and beings that are not classified as angels or demons. Above that, they're not a part of that system, but they are a part of the earth and they are part of you, just like the subatomic particles on different planets and a part of the periodic table are also inside of your body. You just haven't been taught that and realize your body is walking, talking, sacred science and magic and how to use it. Your body's a Stargate. All of the organs are cataloged and numbered and insured by the industry. If you are inside of that industry, there are certain parts of you and parts of your soul. They separate the segments of the soul, the Ba, the Ka, and the other parts of the soul, which the Egyptians describe very well. That's why a lot of these people are fragmented and in and out, and you think you know them and you don't. You only know what they tell you. You know the image they put out in public and dress these people up to be. When that person's getting ready to go to the slaughterhouse, like a cow, a pig, or a chicken, a rat, they are on an assembly line, and there is like Lloyd's of London Insurance Company, other major insurance companies that have their parts insured. Let's say they're a top singer like Mariah Carey. I'm sure her voice was insured. Tina Turner's legs was insured. They have your face, your eyes, you're a model, your hands insured, you're a hand model, a foot model, your feet are used for multi-million-dollar cosmetic corporations and they model your feet, Victoria's Secret. There are parts of them that they want that are more valuable than other parts. But if that's the part that makes them more money, you can look it up. I bet you that part is insured. And that is a part of the fame and fortune, selling of your soul, blood contract, and death. Assembly line processing agreement, you're going to have to turn it in. We gave to you, you gave us your soul, and your body basically is walking dead for us to use and to put into the public and seduce the public, get them mesmerized by you, and us keeping the youth in this cycle to make us very wealthy. And we're going to make you wealthy if you agree to this. But you know, when it ends, you're going to be chopped up. You're going to be physically consumed and cooked. And some of you will be cooked and eaten, and body parts kept as mementos and gree bags and voodoo bags and charms, or taking the soul. putting the soul in a jar, holding the soul while the person is physically alive. Because what you don't understand is a lot of these people are on mental health meds. They can't be by themselves. They need a caregiver for everything. See, Wendy Williams remind me of goddammit Mariah Carey. They got them the same goddammit way with the same fucking handlers. And I know this gonna sound crazy what I'm saying, but you know, this is all what I'm seeing in the spirit. When you look at like, okay, if you see celebrities sick at the same time, and it's similar illnesses, immune system problem, upper respiratory problem, heart problem and shit. There's only like what they say 6 degrees of separation. Back in their heyday, in their early day, some kind of way moving around, you will see that some of them peoples had sex with the same person or connected to a person they had sex with. They had sex with somebody they know in them parties, in them groups, because they keep everybody recycled and circulating together in them groups and have them handle and control, like the job of Diddy, Clive, all the major gatekeepers. They are in control of that. And the sexual ritual practices and blood rites and black magic rites, they control them. You'll never see Mariah Carey walking down the street laughing and talking with her 2 damn twins. Ain't she got a set of twins? With some niggas around the way, or a regular businessman, and he could be a multimillionaire. She not gonna do that unless it's allowed. She might do it now, but he gonna have to be checked in and background check and sign all kind of groups, and she gonna have to be part of the goddamn system, or you will get a spanking for that. You'll get punishment for that. Person end up missing, or person don't talk to you no more. Return your call, motherfucker dead, motherfucker mind dead, and a mental institute, goddamn it, on life support, brain dead and shit. You don't go against them. You're not gonna ever live a regular life because you're not a regular person no more, because your soul is suspended in animation. So the mother was telling me that you know that shit. And some of these people so hungry and poor, they'll keep you like that, where you want to be famous so bad and you don't want to be hungry, you want to be known, and you know, they'll make you want it and crave it, that you'll do anything and agree to anything. And a lot of people like Mariah and some of these other artists, as long as y'all don't tell nobody that's what I did and people don't know what the fuck I did and I can cover that up and shit, then I'm motherfucking good on that shit. I'm real Gucci on that shit. But the mama said that she sold her daughter. She prostituted her goddamn it daughter. And I kept seeing NASA. Remember I tell y'all last night, I saw NASA in Mariah Carey womb. So I wonder what was the NASA goddamn it and spaceship and shit connection. And I wonder, did she have designer children? Did they create these children and go in and genetically alter them so that the child could come out a certain way, or did she have them created as twins? Because there's something about these twins, and I heard Jack and Jill and Hansel and Gretel for her twins. So is one a girl and one a boy, or is both girls and both boys? Tell me, because there's something about them twins, and it's something about the people in the Illuminati. They love twins, but the mother said, quiet as it kept, a lot of them ain't really as attached to twins as much as they're attached to triplets. Higher up, and the other, like the European, that's Hansel and Gretel, thank you, Lamore, and Jack and Jill. So we would have to look at the nursery rhyme as well as the original horror nursery rhyme of Jack and Jill, because the mother is saying them children's is designers, something like they did something to alter their DNA, and that she is heavily connected to the space program. Her body, and I saw the blood and genetics in her body, she's naturally bloodline NASA, military, secret society, and the mother, I'm kind of wondering the true origin of the mother, because the mother's a spy. The mother's an undercover agent, and I see the mother was an opera singer as well, but the mother is not like a U.S. citizen in the sense of being loyal to the U.S. I'm seeing her DNA is connected to other countries And she told me she was a spy. She collected information. They used her, and she would handle people, and a lot of people didn't suspect it because she was a singer and an entertainer. Those are usually the ones they use. Groupies that are undercover junkies, other entertainers, prostitutes and shit that are undercover. They put in there like puffing out them, pay them to get on a motherfucker, fuck them, suck them, please them, know they ins and out, put spells and shit on them and drug them and get them addicted. That's what mother told me, said that her daddy is a Mason, the mother is a female Mason, and heavily tied to the courts and politics and very powerful people. The mother said she had to compromise herself, but it was okay with her as long as she get what the fuck she want. Then she compromised her two goddamn it daughters, and they was tricking out the oldest daughter, Allison. She was all messed up in the goddamn head. And then you see pitted her. Mariah Carey might have a goddamn twin. See, they like twins and triplets because, let's say Mariah Carey tired, or they said she distressed and she going through changes and shit. She had to do another ritual, like these other people do rituals. So a lot of these women, J-Lo came up with Diddy, and Mariah, her ex-husband that was over Sony, Tommy Mottola, went and she was messing with him, sicked him on Mariah to try to drive Mariah out her mind because he already know that Mariah sold her soul, and he sacrificed her, did magic on her to make her submit to him. So she was the programming was breaking, her mind was cracking, just like her sister. Sister mind already cracked, and then they, the mama saying, the mama's a narcissist. So she pitted them against each other and made Mariah separate from Allison and put Allison down and dogged her out and kept her in and out the goddamn mental house and shit, and on that medicine for that HIV and shit, and blood all fucked up. And the mama said she really had another goddamn disease. So they give people diseases up in there to manipulate them and control them, and said they discredited her because Allison was more the one that wanted to tell what the fuck going on. And before she could get her to tell, look, I need you to send Dr. Robert over here. She having another meltdown, knowing you went in there and provoked it and did some spells and then said some fucked up shit to that girl to make her feel like she ain't shit and Mariah Carey better than her, because I don't think she had the talent and shit on her. She ain't had a blessing on her. She just had a look. And then you're going to take this, get up, take this, start drugging the girl when the girl was little. A lot of these entertainers, I mean, it was just so much. She's saying, look, I can't tell y'all look right now. I'm just trying to get it to you in parts as I goddamn it get it. This shit, wow, man. It's wild. So they had them little children, even damn 6 and 9 month old and toddlers and shit on drugs, or put it in a bottle, because they don't want to hear them crying and whining and shit, and had her drugged up when she was 5 and 6 years old, but dressed up real pretty, looked like a doll, to get like they having them private gypsy cults and shit. They said they had them the prostitution banquet for men's all around the world, and undercover Muslim men act like they so religious and shit, and Christian men's, and all these executives say they like them young. By the time you start getting your 30s, definitely 40, you is a wash up bitch. You old and shit. They not interested in the shit no more. They keep their mind on these little babies and these goddamn children. You're going to be a big star when you young like that. They're going to drill down. Well, I'm going to get to it in a minute, goddamn it. I mean, see, they started doing, the mama had to choose between, they really that separate in age, or if Mariah got a twin, or one was sacrificed, or the other sister had a goddamn it twin, because the mama said that she might have also been cloned, the twin, and then killed the twin and then had a fucking clone. She said it started, they had them banquets, dressing them little girls up, drugging them goddamn little girls and them pretty little boys, and they have a banquet and a ball, and you think it's for grown people, but undercover it be them little children dressed, little boys being little tuxedos, and little girls be dressed up like grown ass women, full makeup and stuff, and had one of them damn teacup poodle and shit walking on their little pocketbook and shit, and they buy them. So they bust them out for the goddamn it weekend, or marry them, keep them trapped and shit. And they've been getting fucked and sucking dick since they were about 7 and 8 goddamn years old. And then get to a certain level, they can get them pregnant. Then they start breeding them. You know what? Satanically breeding them, and says tied to the U.S. military and aeronautics. The space program is about that shit, is under the satanic Saturn. Satan is under the goddamn it Baphomet. Real racist society, secret society system that run the world, and they are gods. They are the gods of technology, and move this satanic energy through the CERN portal and through the portals that I'm trying to tell y'all about, that these gates are open up. She said, but your main gate and your Stargate is your damn vagina. So your uterus, which is the Rose of Sharon. We know the Pope bow down to the real goddamn it Virgin Mary, which is a black woman. Goddamn it, jet black, secretly taking her power through her goddamn vagina, and really goddamn it acting like they the new woman, and cross-dressing and getting it to men's, and goddamn it little boy worshipers, little boy lovers. He said that's who's at the top of this goddamn program. They working on technology. Excuse me, so much, goddamn it. But they already got the AI technology to clone people or to recreate your DNA to make you shift and develop into something that you're not. A man DNA, once they done put him out on fake organ transplants and hormones, he'll start shifting to look more, act like a goddamn woman, and it'll show more up in his DNA because they know how to go down and tap into it. A woman will start appearing and producing more like a man, and so they have this breast milk come out these men titties. It's a drug that they take, and these men now so hate the natural creation of God, whatever these gods are that created this first and second and even third creation in the Garden of Eden. They don't want that. Man want to be God. Man want to create male and female, and a whole new set of cloned fake humans and animals, jealous of a natural female and hate her so much for being a female to life on her own, having the science and the lab Stargate within her whole body that they want to destroy, that become God through their space technology and NASA program. Mariah Carey daddy was part of this here goddamn it shit. I wonder why I kept seeing that was in her blood. Marie sent me, I seen it this morning. Do y'all realize Mariah Carey is a engineer, an aerospace engineer? I just was trying to look for, I come on here to see who he worked for, because that's not put there. Now, if y'all find out if he worked for NASA, which company he worked for, please let me know. But to not be readily available where he worked at, and did he have, they work secretly with the military training when they developed these programs. That means they wanted him. I want you to know who he is. He's demonic as hell. He showed me the Baphomet and told me he got them and took the oath, and he had to sell her because he sold himself. To get into those societies, a black person that's hated around the goddamn world and taught to hate black people, they let him in there. That means you look black and you live as a black person, but you don't really accept that shit and like that shit, and it's certain thing that you got to do. This man created all these mathematical formulas. That's what he's telling me now. Him and the mama was talking, even though at some point I wonder, was they not together, or not in love, or not sleeping together, broke up or something. He's showing me, it's a page of codes that he showed me that he wrote, that they took from him, that they will not give him credit, that you dealing with drones, molds, and airplanes, and spaceship, and how to spy on motherfuckers and hover, and they don't see and hear it there. Y'all be surprised to be black people that work with NASA that they don't tell you about, that they secretly got them these types of slavery type of contracts, but you'll think only white men do this. This is what he's saying. He could not say anything. He signed all he had him bound up by all these gag orders. And he said when he saw that with his daughter and they brought her in, he said the mama dominated him into control because at the time she was white and had more power and superiority, and she could say and move around and do things. Then the mama told me she was a double spy, a double agent. She might even been a triple agent. So the mother had pulled in politics, in economics, in the court, the judicial system, and dealing with higher ups that really control this industry that the father could not enter in. So she had to speak for him, and she deliberately designed this child, Mariah, because I keep saying it's another Mariah, put her in place for the mother to use her as a spy and use her as an empty vessel. And then Mariah Carey got several goddamn personalities. You know, I was always a fan. She was during my era and I followed it. And I remember, you know, see the daddy, let me finish this. Daddy is tied to this here. That's why I seen that. I didn't know last night when I said, why is NASA in her womb and with these twins? It's in her blood. Her daddy, goddamn it, is part of that goddamn undercover NASA program, dealing with airplanes, aeronautical engineer, and dealing with that space program. So see, I'm not crazy. I wouldn't have known. I'm like, what the fuck going on till that girl sent me the email that I seen him on. I looked it up. I said, it's him. It's him trying to talk to me. They got her fucked up in the head. Y'all go back and Mariah Carey, okay, Tommy Mottola sick, dirty ass, whorish ass, Jennifer Lopez or Mariah Carey, because Mariah Carey is more talented than Jennifer Lopez. I don't care what nobody say. She's more talented than her. You know, just as attractive, exotic looking and all that shit. So Jennifer was jealous, but you know, Mariah Carey jealous too. Basically, all divas get jealous and want all the attention like the pretty girl. She don't want nobody just a pretty. They act like they secure to another pretty girl coming in the room and niggas you like looking at the bitch and all that shit. All them are knowing it might be somebody anytime that come up, got a voice just as good as theirs, a little better, stand out, get promoted more, big butt up, getting older. Because in that industry, they not kept to you once you start getting up in late 20s and 30s and shit. And definitely when you hit 40, you got down washed up. And that's not the way it has to be. I'm going to explain that to you in a minute. That's the way it is. And that's the way it's going to be in a satanic system. They only like the young because they can only vampire off on them. By the time you done got 30 and 40 and shit, you could still look just like you was when you're in your teen. But they done did everything they want to do to you and took everything out your goddamn man. You really don't have nothing else they goddamn want. And they already got you under contract, so they already know it's a matter of time for they shit cash your ass out. Goddamn it. And you don't know how the fuck that shit might happen to you, but your ass is under that oath, so it's variations you don't know about, even though you agreed to the basic shit. That it's made to be like that, and that's what it's going to be, as long as it's under this order. And Mariah understood that, her mama understood that, but then you'll still see, you know, Mariah, Jennifer Lopez, and all them older women still trying to, that look good and still look young, got their surgeries, kept themselves up and shit, still trying to have concerts and comebacks, and see, that's not going to happen unless the higher up say that goddamn shit, because they done use you and dug you out and got every fucking thing. And they'll maintain you like they maintaining Mariah and J-Lo if it's a certain benefit for them to maintain you to do something else. But they not finna pay for no multi-million-dollar contract no more, because ain't nobody, you know, gonna pay to see the shit no matter. Mariah Carey still sound like she did 20 years ago. But do you see, you'll know if I'm lying or not. If they gonna invest in the young Mariah and still invest in the older goddamn it Mariah, who still look good and sound good and shit, by promoting tours and paying for and keeping the music out there. Now, I don't hear her on the radio and I don't see no big tours and I don't hear it on the news and shit, because they already done got what the fuck they wanted. And they already got her mind fucked up. I'm telling you, this is for some reason. She is coming up to me like somebody that's treating her and a doctor that's treating her and somebody she done had sex with or dealt with and been close to and hung out with has also had sex with Wendy Williams and had the same handlers around Wendy Williams and had the same goddamn it drugs, and both of them have had niggas to be violent to them. Mariah done been involved with somebody that was physically aggressive or too goddamn rough, and I'm wondering is in Nick Cannon ass and talking down to her because they were told sicked up to do that goddamn shit, man. Just like Tommy sick J-Lo on her, and J-Lo has a real high sex drive. See, a lot of these women, they not getting ran trains on with Puff and all the other handlers and Jay-Z and all them, and they hate it and go and cry and take them some psych meds so they got raped. See, a lot of these women come in there and like to fuck and the fuck you harder than a man. Fuck, go after you, pull they draws down, goddamn it, and go in there and fuck about 10 niggas because a lot of these women have a sex drive so powerful on them and so goddamn it high on them and they manifest things. Somebody that do a lot of fucking, let me tell you something. If you see somebody that get what they want, have a lot of money and clothes and cars and manifest things that do a lot of fucking, that's how they do it because the demon that's on you need to read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill because that's one thing he tell you, whether you fucking yourself or whether you get somebody else and your pussy stay hot. You stay hot in your ass. You got to have dick in your rectum, dick in your pussy. You like to suck it and goddamn it drink comfort. See, that's a bad bitch right there. Cause she say when and how this shit going down. And a nigga that fuck niggas or whatever say, look, I control this. I like niggas. I like men. I like dicks in my ass and all that shit. But I control nobody raping me and nobody punking me. I'm doing this on my own term when I want to do it and how I want to do it. So I got control. And they get what the fuck they want. Okay, that's the type of woman, that's the type of man that do that group sex where ain't no crime if it ain't no motherfucking victim because ain't nobody did nothing to you. Ain't nobody drugged you. Even if you got some drug, you taking it yourself or you know what it is. That's how J-Lo is, man. I don't see Mariah Carey as much like that, but that's how J-Lo is. She was messing with Tom and other peoples and they're in different races on because she's real hot-blooded and freaky. I mean, I could be wrong, but this is what I'm seeing in the spirit. So see, some of them women, that's what they do. And they get what they want and they enjoy fucking and they don't have no guilt about it. And sex is natural. So they don't want the public to know, but in them circles, you know, people know which ones they're going to keep around and invite to the party. But then a lot of this, the mama said, a lot of them have diseases and get knocked off like that or have to bow out or they'll have them around to take their meds to be undetectable with HIV or herpes or something else and then still be fucking but don't use no rubber in them parties and deliberately tie themselves to a nigga to control them and bind them with them sex spirit on them. And then the mama said that, Mariah Carey mama said that a lot of these women be aggressive like that sexually. They naturally have it in them because they don't even know their mama was a hoe, daddy was old. That shit on them naturally already got them. And then when they take that oath and they take their soul out their body and break up the aspects of the soul and break up the mind and usually the person got fragmented and home problems and mental problems and issues anyway and been goddamn it abused but still be beautiful and shit. Or if they like them and it's like, yeah, well, can be more beautiful. We're going to put all this work and surgery implant and shit in them. They'll put a male demon on a female or they might put a legion on there and then they know the demon name. They give you a nickname. So you be thinking like that name. Puffy J-Lo tried to erase it. J-Lo, she don't like J-Lo. So we need to understand why he did that right there. She still can't completely shake that shit. And she's like, don't call me that no more. You know, like, you know, I don't fuck with the homies no more. Goddamn, but I don't suck and fuck the homies off no more. Don't call me that. I'm Jennifer Lopez. Goddamn, I'm finna be with these white men now. And you see to this day, she still can't shake that goddamn it name, J-Lo. They will put that because you don't know who they're talking to. Yeah, that's Jennifer Lopez, but when he called her J-Lo, that's another thing. That's another entity or group of things or a person. So you dealing with a woman, she could be a biological woman, but they done went in there and scooped all that out, and she's just a shell and fill it back in like you fill up a taco shell. You know, the way that a burrito, the way that the fuck that you want to put it in. So you see a woman doing a lot of fucking like that and liking the fuck, she might have natural in her, but the shit get worse because she in their groups taking on, getting train ran on and love it. And see, you have to look at too. They said this is the Scorpio season. This is the season of the witch. This is Halloween. We are in Scorpio season and we dealing with Halloween, the season of the witch. God damn it. We dealing with the scorpion in this bitch. This is where we are. So, you know, Scorpio deals with life, death, regeneration, blood, and death. And we moving into Halloween. So these bitches is already sharpening their knife. The witch is already ready. We are already in Halloween, goddamn, before they're concerned. We are already in the sacrifice period for Satan. We are in the season of the goddamn witch. And we also in Atlanta, Atlantis. Because we know that's the anchoring spot for this shit too to go on. All the bisexual, homosexual, transgender activity, best transgender surgery, they know they can come and get that in Atlanta. They know the music industry here, the rap industry here, the whole debauchery system and the political power circle to protect it is right here in Atlanta. This shit finna jump off real bad here as well. These rappers is goddamn it gay on the motherfucking low. So they are perpetuating this out here. She said a woman could be a man in the inside, have a lot of testosterone in them. And they can also give them injections to have them feeling like that, like hormone and shit, alter them and do the same thing to a man, to have him more feminine and those spirits on them will get up and craves to be fucked every day. See, if some women can't go through their day, they might have to get fucked every day, like 4 and 5 times. They might not want their one lover. They don't want to be committed. They might have to go to the sex club down here or meet niggas online. They can't control that feeling up in their ass, man. It's just natural to him. Then some shit on them. You could have fucked a nigga that put that shit on you because he got it on them. You know, it's some men, like my mother tried to sick niggas on me from her church and tried to convince me to fuck them. And it's one thing when I first started seeing it that I never seen it before. This nigga that she was grooming, that we knew she had to be fucking and controlling. He came over here. I've known him since I was 12. My mother forced me on him as I got older, trying to get me to sleep with him, get my half sister to sleep with different niggas and shit she know. And then they come back and report to her and tell her everything blow by blow. I was never going to do no shit like that. One day he was at my front door and he walked to my kitchen. He had brought me some groceries. I looked at his aura in the back and I saw my mother's name written on his aura. I knew he was a slave of hers, a sex slave, a mental, emotional slave of hers to do her bidding. And every woman I seen him, well, my mother would say in her church, oh, you know, she's a member, she's single, she be good. I seen her make him marry 2 or 3 women in that church. And every woman that he married, my mother sit there and act like she befriend a woman, get in her business. So what sex practice y'all do? No, this is what I heard. This is where I grew up. I know I seen it. Describe how he has sex with you. Do you come? Do you have orgasm? Then ask him how he was having sex with her. This God telling me this your wife. And then when my mother couldn't control and get along with the woman no more, the woman wanted to control her own man, her own sex life, her own household. You know what? The spirit is telling me the devil done got in your marriage and you need to divorce her. God is going to curse you. You're going to start having problems. She putting roots in your food. But he was eating my mother's food. And she was doing it, controlling him. And then he always would leave them. And I see how she would do to me, having being nice to me one minute and then trying to get me to bed. I'm like, you know what? I don't trust my motherfucking mama. She's a dirty bitch. You could go back and repeat it. You repeat everything that people say and tell the bitch anyway. Like she God and she ain't shit. And I would never fuck no nigga that know her, that trust her more than me and put her above me. The shit ain't gonna have. You could tell the bitch what the fuck I said. She's a dirty ass bitch. And because you know her and because you loyal to her, I'll never fuck a man that's more loyal to another bitch than me. You feel me? You not finna, ain't no bitch pussy finna go over mine. You not finna manhandle me and fuck me in my pussy, nigga, and then get up and go tell my business to another bitch and let another bitch got more say so way the motherfucking fucked up. And when I seen it wrote on him, I knew that his aura, her name was on it, goddamn it. People that are controlled and that are handled and that are like animals and like cattle and are slaves to somebody, sex slave, political slave, financial slave, entertainment slave, they will stamp their aura, their name on the aura of the person. And if you have sight, you'll be able to know it. You'll be able to fucking see it, even if you don't know it. And when I saw that, I said, you'll never touch me. First of all, you know, I already know you a stupid motherfucker anyway, because you believe anything this bitch say. But when I seen that, I said, she's trying to get him to have sex with me, to put a sex spirit on me, like she got, and have me out here with a reprobate mind, snorting power, smoking crack, having a sex demon on me, getting fucked 4-5 times a day, like wanted me and all kind of debauchery so she could destroy my motherfucking character and destroy me with disease and shit. See, that's how I know I grew up in that type of magic circle, having a mother like that, a diabolical, treacherous ass, narcissistic ass mother who was hooked in and undercover. The same way I'm telling. So I know that Mariah Carey mama, this mama know what the fuck she talking about. Oh, she just said Alicia Keys. All these people got a white mama like that, and I'm not saying just them. That's politically connected. You don't know really who they are. Somebody put my goddamn it Cash App in here and make it motherfucking clap. Now, I'm going to take a break in a minute because I'm trying to tell you everything, but I'm not going to keep on because I'm tired. I slept like shit last night. She coming in here talking about I'm hearing this shit. I kept waking up because sleep. With this shit going on. So I gotta get myself to get me some goddamn rest. So y'all appreciate what I do and who I am. Hit my Cash App and make it goddamn it clap. She was saying, yeah, see people like her, like J-Lo, people like that. That's how they get their power and their influence, but also get sucked off and drained and don't realize they got a time limit on them too. She was trying to drive Mariah Carey crazy. Because in ways, Mariah Carey, she's intuitive and very sensitive, but she immature too because she didn't have a regular life, you know, like having a lot of common sense and dating niggas and getting fucked over in like a street bitch. She wasn't like that. She was isolated and sheltered, so she didn't really know how to handle the shit. This nigga here, Tommy Mottola, they done gave Jennifer Lopez watch and studied Mariah Carey, right? Y'all can, I remember, y'all can go back and watch the shit, see what I'm saying? Because Mariah hated this bitch. Still do. And Mariah Carey did a movie called Sparkle or some shit. And I don't really think they pushed it. It really didn't do too well. She was acting on her own goddamn movie and shit. And then she did a video, Mariah versus Mimi. It's a music video y'all can watch a long time ago. She twinning herself. The evil twin versus the good one. She's telling you right there. That's what they did to her and made her violent like that and made her out of mind. Okay, Spark. Okay, good. Thank you. And made out of mind, and then they'll make them turn on each other. That's what the mama said. They'll put a hit out on them. Okay, for you to get power, I want you to attack her and bring her down. I want you're going to get high. You're going to call that demon up in you with that other personality. She going to be in here. We're going to be at the barbecue chilling and shit. You're going to go over there and beat her ass, and then you're going to grab her head that pool and start drowning the bitch at the pool and hold her head down and kick her in the ass. You know, then they gonna sit there and act like, you know, oh my God, like what happened? You know, white handlers and shit, knowing you sot this shit up and shit, sot the bitch up. Like you could have been laughing and talking to the other entertainer, and oh, you so pretty, and let me dress you up and get your hair done and shit, and get your makeup done and shit, knowing that she finna come in there and get her ass beat, and they over there grinning about this shit to see who's the strongest, goddamn it, who's the most diabolical, who is the most vicious, that gonna be a hitter. Who gonna be a hitter and who going to survive. They'll sit them out. Like when I told y'all before, like Nipsey was telling me. And some of the other artists that were physically, not sot up. Sot their ass up, goddammit. And a watch and laugh. You said the video about Mariah Carey called Get the Facts Out shows she woke up with violence Like Beyonce and herself, man. They been drugging her. That nigga been doing that shit for you. That nigga, she got several personalities that keep a drug. See, they call them demon out. We seen that at that Super Bowl a few years ago with Bruno Mars. That vicious demon that'll beat a bitch and beat his that fight a goddamn it man. See, they cannot help it. If she was in there, then he had something to do with putting it on her because they give them permission. They are warlocks, wizards and warlocks. So J-Lo gonna sit up there and do a video and something and will dance. Dancing like Mariah Carey had took Mariah Carey damn footstep and feet step and shit and moving her toes like Mariah Carey, twisting around like Mariah Carey and shit, trying to sing like a move like a dressing like a, and then Mariah Carey started crying. I started hollering to me, this bitch is over here trying to imitate me, because see what that'll do is bring your value down. She's a dirty, but see, J-Lo's a street bitch as well. She got common sense, business sense, and sexual sense. So he done sicked her up because he knew that Mariah didn't want to be with him no more. So he trying to tear her down and kill her in the minds of people publicly by making like Mariah ain't got them all, goddamn it. Ain't neither none of them bitches got it all up there fucking with them, goddamn it. But want to put hers out on Front Street. So he gets her and J-Lo moving around and doing that lady move and hand symbol and arm symbol and feet and leg symbol and shit and trying to sing like but can't really sing, goddamn it. They auto-tuning her and using some people have come out and said they sung for J-Lo and they took their voice and put it over hers and mashed it over hers and shit. And Mariah Carey ain't never needed all that. And back then Mariah Carey was crying about it and looking unstable and up there shaking and shit on camera where it looked like she was having a nervous breakdown. See? And they had to put on meds dancing, and Tommy thought that was funny. Mariah, J-Lo thought it was funny because then it helped open her up. She's a dirty bitch. She's a Leo. J-Lo's a Leo. I don't know what Mariah is, but see them Leos, it's all about them. She'll do anything at the cost of to win at the cost of anything, and everybody goddamn it sold her soul through her asshole and shit. I mean, you know, a long time ago, you could look at a show Jamie Foxx did when he was cracking jokes and said it was inside of Hollywood. They called J-Lo Hey Ho. That J-Lo is Hey Ho and not Avery. Okay, you know, it's just she was discrediting that lady, bringing that lady down. And then Mariah, instead of getting it together, you know, and getting her a handler and a therapist and shit. And, well, I don't care if it's not all Leos, but they do have that trait in them and they dominate and want everything about them. If it ain't, then you a cowardly goddamn lion and a weak-ass lion, and I don't want you around me. But those are their traits, and I don't have to say that and make it up. And I read it, so that means it was always said before I was motherfucking born. And I didn't say it was all hoes, but I said they dominant and everything got to be by them. I didn't say all Leos fuck everybody, but a lot of them do. I said the fuck I said. You know, Mariah should have dealt with that differently and just not come out and spoke because it was really doing something to her. It was getting to her. And then in public, she started breaking down and crying and shaking and showing her hurt behind that shit. And I'm not sure how that movie Glitter or Sparkle, whatever, Firecracker, whatever fuck that was. I don't think that sold as good as it could have because Mottola is very powerful and he's mobbed up. So they control the whole industry just like he killed Michael Jackson ass. Set that up. Even Michael Jackson said that Tommy Mottola was the devil. And he was sabotaging and had Mariah Carey under 24-hour surveillance. He was really obsessed with her and said that Mariah Carey, look at the old video of Michael before they killed his ass, said that Mariah Carey would come to him shaking and crying so bad he had to console her and fucking hold her. So y'all need to go back and look, you know, this is, you know, wow. You know how all this stuff is coming to me, and she's still not saying how her mama and sister died. But see, the mama is saying like this was a body snatching ritual. Even though the mom was in her 80s, you know, she wasn't ready to go out like that. Look, basically, I'm not finna argue with you about no Leo shit, about no sign shit. I'm not finna take nothing back I said. If you don't like it, just don't fucking be over here. Just leave. That's all you gotta motherfucking do, because it's my life, it's my channel. I'm not a child. You don't come here and run me. I see what I see, I feel what I feel, I said what I said. And I'm gonna say this one more motherfucking time. I didn't say all Leos was hoes and fuck everybody. You know what? Say one more thing to me, man. One more thing, cause see, I just caught myself. I'm finna say something. I'm not finna do this. Not finna do this. See, I'm trying to keep this cussing demon down right now. Not all day, but right now. Goddamn it, I'm trying to get this because it's so goddamn much. But you keep on. Cause you're not gonna fucking rule me and punk and bully Alexis, goddammit, and make me backtrack shit I fucking said. Cause I didn't say all. I said Leos, yeah, they do that, they dominant. She a Leo. J-Lo a Leo. Correct me if I'm fucking wrong. I think she's a Leo. And everything about her, and she wouldn't do anything, everything. And a lot of them is like that. It's about them when they in their fucking power. I said what the fuck I said. I didn't say all of them do everybody and take on a gang up. You know what? Like I said, I'm trying to keep this cussing demon down right now because I had to. I had to catch my tongue. I had to catch. Yeah, I had to catch her. I had to catch that demon because see that nigga demon in me that like to cuss. That's a straight nigga, goddammit. See, I had to catch him. Because somebody done put him on me. I don't know who fucking did it, goddamn. But see, I had to catch him. See, I know my strength, goddammit, and I know my fucking weaknesses. I know where that demon at. I know where that hoe at, goddammit. I know where the confident one is. I know where the weak one is. I have to talk to her every goddamn day. Because see, that hoe not finna raise up and take over me and do it's certain shit the little bitch ain't finna fucking do to me. I understand that. I know my mama background, I know my daddy background. I done seen this shit growing up. See, I already see, but see, I can control mine, goddammit. I can control my hoe in me, my demon in me, the niggas in me, the bitches in me, the dogs in me, goddammit. I talk to them and work with them. See, my hoe ain't finna embarrass me, goddammit, and get out there and do a motherfucking thing. And let everybody, oh damn, she like that. You don't need to know that bitch. Cause see, the bitch ain't finna get no goddamn it control. See, a lot of y'all can't control y'all hoe. Y'all can't control y'all inner junkie. Y'all can't control y'all dick sucking all that. Y'all can't control your motherfucking money weaknesses and spending holes and all that shit. See, because you don't deal with. See, I know, and now I'm getting to know me. So y'all don't come over here with it, cause I'm I'm holding him down now. He got a few more minutes, and you said one more thing to provoke me. Now I got a few more minutes. I'm trying to tell him don't bring that cussing nigga demon out. Just hold on, but somebody provoke me in here one more fucking time. You getting blocked, and that cussing demon. That's that nigga side of me. Gonna goddamn it. That's that nigga Sagittarius side. Gonna goddamn come out, and I'm doing my best to keep him down. God damn it. Get some salt water and sprinkle on him in a minute, because I know how he get. Wow. I got them, I done got tired, goddamn. I need to go in. I'm already tired. My sleeping was awful around this, but the mama is dropping all kind of goddamn science in him. And she said got a girl and a boy. I don't think Mariah Carey ain't got no cheering by Mark Anthony. That's J-Lo. I think them is what a name cheering. Mariah Carey got them cheering by Nick Cannon, I think. J-Lo got cheering by sexy ass Mark Anthony ad. or get up there and sing to them goddamn Orishas and them goddamn African spirits and that Aguanile and shit. She got them baby by Mark Anthony, the settle twin. I think Mariah said it by Nick Cannon ass. His self-hating nigga ass. Thank you, mother. Yeah, I know that. But see, they look. You see that both of them got twin, boy and girl. And then she got some Spanish blood in her too because Mariah Carey daddy got African and Venezuelan blood in him. Extremely brainy and intelligent. Two people were perfect to have children. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, April. I didn't say all of y'all like to get fucked and dug out and all that shit. And that y'all go and do that. You might like it, but I didn't say all of y'all go do that. Just like I've heard Rita say, oh, the Queen of Wands is a hoe. She fuck anybody. Okay, well, I'm the Queen of Wands. I'm one of the fire sign, but did I make a comment on her page and say all us don't do that? You said all of us and all us ain't hoes and we don't all get dug out. Cause like I said, see, I'm in touch with my inner hoe. The bitch stay in time out, goddammit. She's not finna fucking embarrass me, goddammit. I'm not finna let her ass loose and do, cause see, that's how a hoe is. See, you let them hoes once just like the devil. You let the devil ride. The devil hitchhiking out there, you don't let him ride. You don't let him get in that passenger side, because that fucker is going to let the devil ride. The devil going to goddamn it drive in a minute. He going to lure your ass out of there where he running the goddamn it shows. That's the same way with a hoe. You don't let that whole spirit out, goddamn it. Then you get with other motherfuckers that's hoes. All y'all start fucking. Next thing you know, that inner hoe in you, you don't let her out of time out. That hoe is driving. You let a nigga ride that hoe in you. Now the hoe is driving. You can't get control of her goddamn it ass, because that's that dark side of you and that demonic side of you that's totally natural though and just full of pleasure dug down in your ass. So you got dicks balls deep all in your ass, your mouth, doing shit that you said you'll never goddamn it do because you let. I see she's not getting out of time out over here. The bitch has got a padlock around her wrist and definitely got some goddamn chastity drawers with a lock on it, bitch. You are not finna fucking do that shit to me, bitch. See, and I believe when they be trying to tell lies on me, you fucking meant, thank you, baby, put my catch up in there. Yeah, she fucked this man, she fucked that man, she spread disease, and that's something I don't never do. It seems like y'all are trying to provoke her, like y'all trying to taunt me and call that hoe up out of me because y'all want to see that goddamn shit, or some of y'all might want to take her on and try her out and some, just ride and then you let the bitch drive. See, y'all keep trying to call that hoe out of me. The bitch she's been on lockdown for years, goddamn. See, y'all need to watch who y'all let tell y'all, well, I think you this and I think you that. You need to stop, because someone be trying to summon that hoe out of you, man. They trying to summon her and provoke that hoe out because they want you to fuck all on them and put your mouth is all on them and, balls in your jaw. They can see that shit. Let me see it. Let me see it. So they know you got it in. She in there. They can see it in your eyes and feel it in your vibe and shit. They know you got one in there. They want to provoke her out and train you and lure her out and shit. See, you get to thinking. See, that's right. You got to control your inner hoe, baby. The real shopaholic. You got to control. You got to talk to her and you got to let her know. Now, you can let her out. You got a man you can trust, your husband. If you want one man, then you unleash her and you take the handcuff and shit off her and make her fuck this nigga into submission. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? You let that be seen for a special nigga that got some special dick for you that just want to be with you. So y'all hoeing on each other. God damn it. Y'all geeking, sneaking, and freaking with each other. Whatever y'all do, just within the confines of that relationship. God damn. But don't see when people come to you and they saying that and they seeing it, they are trying to do spells on you. They could be doing love spells you don't know about. They could be calling that shit down off of you and coming in your dreams and shit. Somebody you dreaming of, somebody you waking up, you can't stop thinking about them and shit. and you finding them sex and shit. See, if you don't really know them and knowing they just want a one-on-one, a lot of people are drawn to you. They are having a lascivious nature coming out of them. You keep listening at them, goddammit, not listening to them, listening at them. You listening at them, goddammit, they calling her. You celibate, you lonely and shit. You ain't really ready for that shit, but they, ready to goddammit talk to. See, they don't want to talk to you. Fuck all. They don't want to talk to the logical, rational, high vibration of you, but they know you got some good pussy because you spiritual. They know you're a psychic and an empath. They know your pussy good. Goddamn, they know it clean. They know you ain't let nobody hit it, but they know that underneath you is a hole. Goddamn it. And you know what? They said, where my hoe at? You said, cause I'm my No, you can be a hoe and be a good woman and a wife and one-on-one. That's what I'm saying. You supposed to be that one-on-one with your nigga. If you don't want to be that with different peoples, goddammit, that is totally not. It's natural to be a hoe. If you got to embrace your inner hoe, you can embrace her, love her, and respect her without letting different people fuck on her. But see, you have to explain that to her because many times, she don't give a fuck about that Jesus shit, church shit, what people think and feel. That's why I say you can't let her, you can't let her ride because she'll drive, goddamn, because the bitch don't have no goddamn it feelings. That's how a hoe is. A hoe only think about what a hoe think about. Let me zero in on this. I'm some good dick in the house tonight. Some good fucking in the house tonight. I want this nigga. I want this car. I want this house. See, that's one thing I do like about that side because she gonna goddamn it get it, goddamn it. It don't matter what sign you are, but especially if you already a dominant sign, you a Capricorn, you a Leo, you a Taurus, goddamn it. Or say, see them, it's just a earth. So that earth rule, them pentacles. What is them pentacles? That's where them dollars at. That's that gangster bullshit. Once you get in that, or you a pimp, you thinking like a pimp, you thinking like a prostitute. See, when and see that could be a good thing. The being a hoe can be very lucrative. Because that's also the goddess part of you. The spiritual prostitute. You see what I'm saying? But you ain't doing it for money, but it's a high vibe. You know what? I'm gonna get off this because I don't think y'all understand me, goddamn it. I don't see it's not always a bad thing to let niggas do a lot of fucking or sell your pussy or give several niggas some pussy. It depends on who you are, what your frequency is, what your vibration is, where you come from, with certain people, Terrell, hoeing can take you far. See, it's also business. It's a structure, it's a mentality, not just doing that, just out here with anybody, the neighbor, the postman and shit. That's not what I'm talking about. That's right. Shout out Tyree. See, that's not what I'm talking about. A woman like that is very strategic and hot in her ass. And she knows what she got. She's a commodity. See that look. That's a whole nother show. I just know that I ain't got that in me. I don't the whole, yeah, but like to actually just want to be out there like that and let different niggas just pound me and shit. That's not me. Now, if you got the nerve to do that, I ain't got nothing to say about it. As long as you know what you're doing and you structuring that shit. Because when I talk to women privately, we talk about this. Especially if they're younger, they done been through some shit. I'm like, look, don't be no dumb bitch, okay? Now, this is what I want you to do, and this is how you need to do this and that. So I don't tell nobody, don't fuck. I don't tell you, don't be no hoe. But protect yourself, don't get no diseases, and don't get motherfucking plague. Goddamn it, you, both of y'all like fucking, and whatever y'all want from each other, both parties to get what the fuck you want. Instead of getting fucked and then getting woe out, and don't nobody want your fucking ass no more, because everybody you done fucked, done sucked, took energy, and did not reciprocate. Everything should be balanced. Like I said, that's another goddamn show. But the bitch is not getting up out of here. Bitch ain't roaming around because I know I can see how they are. I can see what you're not seeing. That's why I can't let mine get out of control. Goddamn it. She's not gonna drive, goddamn it now. Okay, you said what you said goodbye. My hoe always gets me stalked and windows bust. See, mine done got gun pulled before and, threatened to bust mine and kill me. And I was in monogamous relationships with this shit. So I'm just like, you know what? I got to learn what I didn't learn when I was chronologically younger. Because, it's a lot of men that like older women. If they look a certain way or keep themselves up, they be attracted to them. See, I still got to watch myself, man. Because this is like totally took me off guard and surprised me that a lot of younger men like older women. So the older women getting fucked. Women older than me in their 60s and 70s getting dick. Young dick, too. They ain't fucking no nigga no high ride with no motherfucking blue pill. These niggas is cute. That's hollering at them and shit. You said that clank. Okay. Mine been packed up. No, while you're packing it up, if you know you don't want to die alone, do your shadow work and your healing and come into vagina power. Know who you are. Know how to master and balance that where the man's just not getting what he want and then trying to leave, but you also get what you want and the nigga want to stay. He like that hoe. Because that's a professional. That's right, Libra gang. That's a professional, goddamn it, with that thing. Goddamn it, clink like a nigga down and know how to slang and throw that thing. You know what I'm saying? Throw that pee. So, let me say one more thing. And like I say, y'all got to show me y'all love me, support me, because this shit right here is too much. And I'm not even finished with what this lady said. It's so much. And then the daddy done jumped in it to confirm what the fuck. So a couple more. This is bothering me about people done been with Mariah Carey, Nick Cannon, and Wendy Williams. There's a connection, like somebody connected to T-Boz and Scarface. They both up there dealing with immune problem, upper respiratory problem, breathing and blood disease problem. That's what I'm seeing in the spirit. Scarface don't have no heart problem direct. He got some other shit with the arteries and veins and inflammation inside the body tied to another disease and also in his digestive system and dealing with his male organs. See, and you know what? Like I said, this is all alleged what I'm seeing in the spirit. Some tied to him back in the past with some drugs. Either he was selling them to peoples and doing them. And something he took or was given, like it has affected his body and himself. See, like I said, her mother told me when you are young, basically when you are a baby, a lot of them like to have sex with babies. They like the modeling contracts. That's why you see them babies on them shampoo commercials and soap commercials with naked and all that, because them secret pedophiles that produce those goddamn commercials and those brands. And the little suntan, remember that copper tan commercial they had? Copper tone with white folk buy that suntan lotion with a little girl standing out there by the ocean with the lake and her panties pulled down and one butt cheek out. And see them pedophiles. That's what she said. That's why they targeted to cute little children. And Shirley Temple, they were having her an ass, but she a little damn girl. All of them young women they was exploiting, and some of them boys. Even when you go back to the beginning of Hollywood, that was built on drugs and child trafficking and prostitution and racism. He said they like to do this when you in the womb, they producing these babies, and then they designing these babies and how they do these little girls and prostitute and marry them young and fuck up their insides and start using them as demonic breeders, like going back to the twins and triplets, what they said. You looking at, like I said, Mariah Carey, another entertainer. They said they've been on tour. They wore out. They're going to need a month break or 2, maybe 6 months break to get themselves together. See, they might have had them in a orgy. It was a donkey in there, a dog in there, a horse in there. God damn it. And a couple of monkeys with some humans. A bull in there. Y'all remember that show? Y'all go back and look. I think it's called Survivor. It might be more than one different name where they had the women on there, the white folks on there. These two white girls, I think they were twins. They set up there for a certain amount of money and ate some bull nuts and drank some bull calm and eating raw organs and different animal peanuts and shit like that. See this shit, and you watch them on film eat. They had to eat it raw and chew it and swallow it. They only had a certain amount of minutes to do it and to keep it down without gagging and vomiting raw organs. And it was some sexual on the animal, and they get a whole bunch of money and drinking calm on there. Yes, thank you. Fear factor. Y'all go back. You think I'm lying? This is the kind of shit that go undercover. Then also that they fuck them. Big roots. Don't cry, little girl. Don't cry, bitch. Now, cause big money call for big dicks now, and big D's. God damn it! So you want a big payday. You gonna take some big dicks, and it might not be a human one that you take. So you get wore out in there, and they rich men. Some of these rich men are some of the most sadistic ones, running Tech Valley and music and corporations. They are more sadistic. A lot of them don't even have no human, real female wife. They might be a goddamn robot or android or a transsexual that look like a woman but really is a goddamn man. This is a child. They mess with children, or they are in these rings and on drugs, but billionaires. Some of them are treating our families that run the world like BlackRock control the banks, and a lot of these agents that fucking people up and taking their house and shit and running these markets. So they're up there running this, and then so they think of sadistic, satanic ass shit like that. So if you want this, why you think Britney Spears, body and everything still look the same, but this motherfucker crazy as a goddamn Bessie bug. You see that? They got her under surveillance, got that man Kevin Federline with her, got them babies, took them babies, made her pay him, and she was a Shar Jackson. It was a black actress that wouldn't go nowhere. He was with her, had some half white, half black baby with her. They sicked him up to get with Britney, get her pregnant, then take her babies. I think Britney is a Sag. She got several personalities, several spirits in her. They ain't even twin. It might be some quadruplets in this crazy motherfucker. Him. Remember when he did that to her and she was trying to break her program and shaved her whole head. Shaved all her hair off, and the media was up in her face. Paparazzi triggering her because they also a part of the system. She then started growling. Man, you can hear her with her teeth together all in front of the camera, lunging at motherfucker like she finna stab and whoop the cameraman ass. You know, had all messed up, got on drug. She another one that on drug. She still on drugs, and you look in her eyes like you could tell this fucker ain't there. I don't know what that is. I don't know who that is. That get back to the twin and triplets I was telling you about. They'll wear them out and make them do all kind of shit, because you know they got her with Disney, Nickelodeon and shit. When she was a real little girl, that mama done went and sold her and prostituted her and her ass and called that inner whole spirit out of her. See, you got a lot of these 5 and 6-year-old girls with that inner whole live and well, throwing they pussy like they about 25, 30 years. You know what, Lord forgive me. They got it out, man. They done brought it out on them. And see, she ain't gonna never be right and be out in public because her mind ain't there. So they'll send... Okay, real Britney, you know, she done got fucked out. She with that bull, and she with that donkey, because down there in Mexico, they say you can watch them women have sex with them donkeys and shit. You know, she wore out, so we gonna have to send her over to a retreat. We got the plastic surgery. We want to reconstruct her all in the ass, so, and she ain't gonna be able to really get up and walk. We're gonna, you know, throw in some surgery on her face, and, you know, we're gonna do her body. You know, he kind of cracked her spine a little bit, you know, because it's an animal, so it thrusted too hard and kind of twisted a little bit. So she gonna need about 6 months to recover. We're gonna tell them, because we've had her on tour on top of that, and she gonna go to another level because she's a good girl, and, you know, she was in there. She took it like a champ and ain't crying, and we know the bitch ain't gonna tell no goddamn body. Bitch end up missing or dead. So then we're gonna you don't know the bitch was born a twin, okay? You don't know they cloned it and got some triplet. have this one in North America speaking, hi, I'm recovering, I'm on the beach and shit. The real one is down there bad, real fucked up, can't even holler, open her leg, done split her from asshole to appetite, pussy toe all the way. They done went what they call a little tank, where you got your pussy and then you got that membrane, that piece of skin to separate that asshole. They done ripped that all the way to the ass, intestine and everything, toe. So that's gonna take some months. They gotta reconstruct all that. And so they'll send them, okay, we're gonna send that Brittany in. After we put that Brittany in America and we got a body double, all of them got doubles. Or they might have a real twin or fucking triplet. Well, cause we're gonna have this one over at the it's a castle overseas with just the high ranking witches, all the main witches around the world. She gonna be over there. We're gonna have the one up here over there, or we're gonna have a real one over there recovering. Then she'll get some more rituals done. We got to give her, teach her, all her rituals, her lesson to take her up to the next level. Because there's certain code words and symbols you got to throw when you on the goddamn camera. See, that's also what she said. She said all of them are trained. And the producers, Quincy Jones, like people like that, they have children. They've been in power for a long time. Their children are high-ranking warlocks and wizards, and a lot of them have psychic power, just like the mama said. Sometimes it's these spirits they call on there on her. She see them coming there where they can play the goddamn piano and up there move the chess pieces round the goddamn board like an invisible hand, moving them around. Or you know how some people have a computer set up in a piano, so the piano will play by itself, and it's electronic. She said no, it's shit like that happen for real when you call certain spirits so powerful, depending on the person and the inner hole you done called out on them and the demon associated with them, and they'll follow them and they let you know they there. These private parties, Satan will motherfucker himself will show up in that bitch. Goddamn, Lucifer will show up in that bitch, and big armies of demons. And some of these spirits come out the water like mermaid spirit, and out the ground they'll start playing with shit. And you be like, what the fuck? Or will appear in mid-air as a beautiful man. Satan is a beautiful man. And Satan is a minister of music and writing and science and money, and dominates the world right now in the world banks and politics and war. She said more war coming. They don't want to stop. You know what? Let me stop, okay? Let me stop. This too much. Too much on me. Right quick say, I completed what I said about Wendy Williams and Mariah and Nick Cannon and Puffy and other people that were dealing with. They got the same doctors and medication, and she doing the same kind of mirror magic that they do on Wendy and have her sedated sometime. And on drug, Mariah been on and off them for years. It's really bad. She hear voices. She talk to herself. It's another person inside of her be talking, and they get out and they walk around. Another person they brought up to me, I don't know what this is, that Popeye spirit. Popeye the Sailor Man, goddammit. Got that Popeye disease. I don't know if they dicks them went up in they rectum too hard and made their eyes pop. Wendy and Drake, Lil Dirt, that helped set up, goddammit, King Von. They got that same Popeye spirit on them. They kind of look similar. You think I'm lying? Go look at Wendy Williams' eyes and how they pop out, goddammit, like they trying to jump out their goddamn socket. And look at Lil Durk, his eye pops out the same goddammit way, which means that they have been in circles and sex circles and influenced by the same fucking people. Wendy Williams and Lil Durk. The mama told me Lil Durk secretly mess with transsexual. Don't he? And he got a female spirit on him. And said down here in Atlanta, in different places, Said he's a tranny chaser. He go, Lil Durk go both ways. Cause he got that same spirit. Look, I'm willing to be wrong. Look at a picture of Wendy Williams' eyes, but they bucked out now. And look at Lil Durk's eyes pop and buck. It's the same people. If you can look back and tell me the same people and rappers and singers and artists that been with Wendy Williams and been around her and Snout Powder and shit is also around Lil Durk. They older now, but they round him, mentoring him into the goddamn it game. Cause they eyes shaped too much alike to me, bucked out and pop out. Goddamn it, like that. You know, I'm gonna go because I've been here a long time. Y'all, Dwayne Wade. I'm trying to remember who that is. That basketball player, or who is Dwayne Wade? Yeah, I said that about Wendy Williams. I did that ring, and I said it was gonna come back on her because she didn't pay her debts and she done did dirty shit. Yep, seen skeletons in her goddamn closet and dead folk around her. Who Dwayne Wade trying to Tisha Campbell. They like her husband right there. See, they try to run her out her goddamn mind. Cause her husband did a lot of dirty shit to her. I'm sure she's not saying. And her husband took the Baphomet oath. See, Tisha Campbell husband that they said what they're going with, goddamn it, Will Smith. Man, you know what? And said that they done took the soul out when they were young and got the essence, the pure essence out of it. So they under contract. They already know what their insurance policies is. They already know they can't get out the blood, open the contract. By the time they late 30s have been wore out doing drugs and fucked and all that, and might be wore out before they get 40, and just getting, you know, in surgical enhancement and shit to look a certain way in front of the public, make public want them. They already know who light and time up and who they finna cut off and who they gonna let keep going a little while. Because by the time they done got 40 and they 50s and shit, the person is so wise to the game, but the person wore out and they done took everything they want to take from them. They soul, they mind, they essence, they rights, they residuals. They already a slave to them waiting to go down in hell. So they don't, it's not to their benefit to keep putting more money in them. Not because they not talented, not because they not still beautiful, but you're not beautiful to me no more, bitch, because we know you demonic as hell. And when we look at you, we know the names of the demons and we know what they look at like. You wore out. We done did everything. You done did everything but goddamn physically died. You already spiritually dead. And we done use you and we done ganged you. The pure childhood innocence of you is gone. We got it. You just a fucking shell. Undercover mental issue, popping pills. You can't tell nobody. You can't write about it. You can't be with a normal, pure soul person. You're going to be trapped in that realm of illusion, wealthy life, house and all that, but full of goddamn demonic spirits, lonely as hell, cold as hell, or fucking somebody you can't fucking stand, or y'all got a marriage and an understanding where they fucking this person, you fucking another person, he ain't even fucking touching you, you can't even function, and you miserable as hell because you never had love. You traded all that for the coldness of your money. And ain't nothing wrong with having money. Ain't nothing wrong with having the wealth, but then they make you choose one or the other. Many of these people are not going to have money, wealth, power, and love because they are anti-love. They are anti-nation. They done sucked your soul out of you. So at that point, when you see somebody that's gotten older, they'll take, well, you know, you over the hill now, and we don't want to invest in that no goddamn it more. Even though you look the same, see, they're not going to say what I'm telling you in public, but they know the real reason the motherfuckers ain't investing in them no more because they know your ass. And they know all them surgeries and the shit you did to cover up all the time nigga bust you in the face and broke your nose and broke your eye bone, your orbital socket and shit, and knocked out your motherfucker. They know everything on you is fake as a motherfucker because you just a living shell and you done did everything. They done did everything. You don't have nothing else for them to take because they already got everything. It's not about their physical appearance and like your age, like you really just old and washed up. You can't be you. No, you cannot be used because we done took everything. You don't have anything else to give us. We don't want no more pussy. We don't want no more head. We don't want no more asshole because we done took that, goddamn it, when you were damn 12 years old up until the point you got 25 and 30 years old, and we done milked you and played you and put you on the stock market and everywhere else and got all the money out. So now we have taken every nook and cranny of pure God essence out of you. It's nothing in there but darkness and every day a rotten goddamn it corpse. Do you understand me? Now they ready to go on. Usher fucked him in the head because Usher undercover and he can't help it. Like a lot of these young boys and shit, they can't help it. And their mamas put them in that position. A lot of them demonic as hell or secret got bloodline ties to politics or to somebody in that industry. So they just doing what they need to do, passing it on, you see. Passing the tradition on. You know, like they done let him loose with Puffy. And you know Puffy done unloosened his wreck. You know what? Y'all hit my cash up, make it clap. I'm finna go. I'm not finna keep talking, man, because I still haven't told you every guy. I mean, it's so much. So much. I gotta get myself to goddamn together. Cause this motherfucking shit right here. You want some more? Hit my cash up, make it clap. I love y'all. I'll talk to you soon.